Welcome back, once again adventurers, to another episode of Let's Play ChäoS Head. And in the last episode, Rimi Sakihata went into the heart of enemy territory to rescue Nanami Nishijo from the clutches of Ganishi Narose. Unfortunately, Narose has quite the bag of tricks up his sleeve, courtesy of Noah 2. Not only has he awoken Nanami as a gigalomaniac and turned her against Rimi herself, but he has also forced Rimi to confront the truth about her own past and ultimately her own existence, in that she, like Takumi, is an artificial soul born as a gigalomaniac. A truth which Rimi was hesitant to face but was forced to accept nonetheless. And meanwhile, Takumi has been completely and utterly broken after attempting to embrace the delusional Nanami over at his container house, only for her to vanish right in his arms. Sorry about that, I had to cough there, but also get rid of that notification at the bottom of the screen there that just clipped in. I punched the floor, frantically trying to avert my eyes from reality, but I couldn't do it. Rimi's words repeated themselves mercilessly inside my head.
死にたい。死にたいよ。
Last vestiges of Takumi's world have crumbled around him.
どうして誰も僕を殺してくれないんだ。ねえ、セーラだ。殺して。僕を殺して。
そんなに死にたいの？
死にたい。こんなのもう嫌だ。自分の存在が嫌だ。何も考えたくない。生きていたくない。
かわいそうなタッキー。だったらすぐに殺される方法を教えてあげる。
I would actually be terrified of taking advice from a fictional anime character. Except that I'm not Takumi. Just as expected from a wife of mine, Seira always showed me tireless devotion.
とりあえず外に出るさ。
外に?
Standing up as she told me, I left my base, all the while catching my feet up on pieces of trash and almost tripping multiple times. I harbored no doubts about doing so. Seira was the only one who would never betray me, because she was my bride, because she wasn't a 3D girl. People and their waifus. When I came outside, a strange noise struck my ears. This sound. I felt like I'd heard it somewhere before.
この音を追いかけて。
追いかけたら殺してもらえるの。
そういうこと。
優しく殺してもらえるかな。
私が保証するよ。
There's something screwy going on here.
よかった。やっと死ねる。
The sound was my messiah, the key to my salvation, inviting me toward a more restful land. Somehow I doubt it. Holding Seira, I began walking in the direction the noise was coming from. The sound drew nearer and farther over and over, almost as if it were leading the way for me. When I seemed about to catch up, it would rapidly go far away. When I seemed about to lose track of where it was coming from, it would approach and wait for me. Probably luring us into a trap, although I don't think Takumi cares at this point. Like it had a will of its own. Funny that. A sound with its own will. It was evocative of Shogun, and his face flickered at the back of my brain, but I soon stopped caring either way. Whether or not it was him, I didn't mind who it turned out to be, so long as they were going to kill me. I'd also stopped thinking about what the sound's true form might be. I was going to die in a little while anyway, and I was a delusionary existence, so there was no meaning in my pondering it. We truly have lost them. Making the inside of my head a white blank, I all but unconsciously wheeled my way after the sound, like a moth swarming in the direction of light. The area around me grew boisterous. I began losing track of the sound. Clicking my tongue, I was about to look for the source of this racket when I had to stop. At some point I had ended up standing in the pedestrian scramble. We had a couple of delusions way back when, but now is not a time for delusions, especially given the fact that we are standing in the middle of the crowd. No delusions this time. I realized that the tumult came from the astoundingly huge crowd of people flooding this intersection. They were pretty much packed together like sardines. Everyone was pushing and shoving, like the morning train to work. This should be very familiar to you, Takumi, because you've had the exact same thing, courtesy of Mamoru Suwa over at the A-Front program. There's an even greater number of people than the time of my live broadcast from the top A-Front. Come to think of it, Grim had posted about it in the chat, that there'd be a major party at the Scramble crossing tonight. Seira, what's going on? I only have nasty memories of this place. Why'd you take me here? Funny you should be thinking that now of all times.
リベンジってこと。
Besides, where's the person who's supposed to kill me?
目の前にいるっしょ。
A stunningly large crowd on this chilly little night. What kind of party would be held by a gathering so massive, of people so massive they had no room to breathe? A very good question. A very ominous question at that. Excuse me. Get rid of those pesky Twitter notifications there. Keep popping up. The wall of people before me opened smoothly, like the Red Sea parted from Moses in the Bible. A single path inviting me forward. As if Takumi Nishijo was in fact the guest of honor at this particular gathering. One who they were waiting for was me. The first ever Chika Chika Boom Boom offline meet to shout, "Whose eyes are those eyes?" at the center of Shibuya and make the current most embarrassing guy in Japan, the self-proclaimed Esper Takumi Nishijo, die via a group lynching. Oddly specific and incredibly topical. That kind of long-winded title popped up in my head, and I was actually almost worried for a second that somebody would actually have those words scrawled out on a placard, which would actually be terrifying in and of itself. Laughed. In the middle of a crowd. In public. I didn't want pain, but I put up with at least that much for the sake of dying.
僕が死ぬにはぴったりの祭りじゃないか。
Yeah, Takumi's sanity truly is broken. I grasped what Seira had meant by using the words revenge. They prepared another stage for the likes of me to stand on because I hadn't been able to die back then. Wearing a loose smile at the corners of my mouth, I began advancing down the road made from hordes of people. I saw the mass media at my destination, their cameras and microphones all held stupidly at the ready side by side. Both the nearby rubbernecks and the people from the media were giving off an awfully edgy aura. It was stirring, but it wasn't the hubbub of a festival. Today I couldn't see a speck of the mirth they had shown before when I shamed myself at Overfront. Everyone was watching me. Their eyes were cold and sharp. The emotion they flung at me bordered on the urge to kill. I anticipated heightened whether I wanted it to or not. Kill me. When I looked up, all four of the mass jumbotrons depicted me walking through the crowd. This too was surely being broadcast nationwide. If the viewer ratings were over 40%, it meant I would die with about 48 million people watching over me. Not something to be happy with. Or about. The death of me, a mere delusionary existence. The death of me, one who had zero value. If you guys want to see it, how simplistic of you. But I don't especially mind. If you're going to kill me, then watch as much as you like. I stood before the firing line of cameras and microphones. Their flashes went off all at once. Jesus, that's blinding. A dazzling light bloomed at me. Narrowing my eyes, I tolerated the brilliance of it. The first to speak was an aging reporter I'd seen on TV news shows and stuff.
西尾君、今回はどんなパフォーマンスを見せてくれるんだい?
Performance indeed. Which is no answer.
ところで、実は今日の昼に逮捕された貼り付け事件の容疑者は実行犯に過ぎなくて黒幕がいるっていう話があるんだけど、どう思うかな?
Interesting that people are actually coming to that conclusion, which isn't necessarily wrong. Of course, I actually doubt that the suspect arrested for Osha's death when mistaking was in fact the one that had killed him. But someone is definitely pulling something behind the strings. I'm looking at you, Ganeshi Narose. Why was this old fogey acting so overly friendly with me? I keep butchering that as I'm trying to talk. 2 words for you, Takumi Nishijo. Noah 2. And something tells me that that has everything to do with your current dark mood, as it were. Anyway, what do you think supposed to mean? Was he seeking my opinion? It was stuff like the kind of comments you usually saw coming from professors of criminal psychology, always the same standard stuff. No interesting content to speak of, so sure, an amateur like me could probably fill their shoes. That said, I didn't care about such things now. I'd lost all interest in New Gen. I come here in order to get someone to kill me and not answer the media's questions. Nor did I have the energy to answer them.
それでね、西条君、ズバリ聞くけど、真犯人と目される人物は通称その目誰の目と言われていて、
Strange that they would make that the name of the true New Gen criminal.
それは君なんじゃないかっていう噂があるんだよね。
そうかもね。
Well, that is too coincidental for words. My mother passed through the jumbotron speakers and was transmitted all throughout Shibuya, an uproar broke out. The agitation of the people gathered here made the air accelerate faster towards becoming something brutal. I want to hurry up and be at ease. Don't make me do anything aggravating. But that was what I wished for. Civil moments pressed in on me. Such force behind them that they were practically being pushed against my neck. As if the floodgates had broken, the other reporters began hurling questions at me.
それは事件への関与を認める発言と考えていいんですか？
現実とゲームとの区別ができなくなるような経験はありますか？
All these questions are surprisingly
逮捕された狛江容疑者との関係について聞かせてください。
人を殺したのはやはりゲーム感覚だったりします？
In a certain sense, I'm much like a game character. Somebody who said, get me the game over and put it on.
殺して。
In my words, the masses of people whose tension had reached its zenith erupted.
死ね！
人でなしきちん
殺してやるよ。
地獄に落ちろ。
死刑にしろ！ぶち殺せ！殺人鬼！
Everyone's screaming, but nobody's doing anything. Waves of people flooded in. I was swallowed up by their undulations, bellows and screams into a second. They shoved me, crushed me, jostled me, with people pushing at me from every direction, my body went buoyant, the soles of my feet separated from the earth. No matter how I struggled, nothing came of them. They hit me in the head, socked me in the arm. But it wasn't enough pain to make me think I would die from it. I didn't fight back against my difficulty breathing, which threatened to suffocate me either. When I gave my body over to this chaotic situation, the pressure on me abruptly went away. I toppled down in place. Serotonin spilled out of my hand. She went rolling atop the asphalt. Numerous legs sprouted there. As close as the trees in a forest, writhing, my waifu rolled into the gap between them. No matter how desperately I stretched out my hand, I couldn't reach her. Once again, Takumi Nishijo, you brought this upon yourself. The countenance that had borne such a dazzling smile. The smile that had healed me. Someone's leather shoe trod on it. Well, say goodbye to your limited edition post-awakening Seira Orgel figurine.
タッキー痛いよ。助けてタッキー。
Continued further and further. As someone kicked her body and she tumbled. And a woman's red high heel stepped on her torso with a crunch, crushing it.
Seira.
I called to her, but no answer returned. My My sole ally was gone. My chest seemed about to cave in with sorrow. With this, any meaning there had been to my life in this world had completely vanished. When I looked up, even the night sky was blocked from my view by the horde of people surrounding me. No one noticed that I was crouching anymore. Even though I'm here, even though I'm asking you to please kill me. Why does everyone ignore me? Because the truth was, I think it's safe to say that they were never really here for you in the first place. They were led here against their wills. But that is going to be it for this episode of Let's Play ChäoS Head. And when we return, adventurers, only time will tell what unfolds next. As always, adventurers, until next we meet.